Hey, welcome to World Code Updates. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. Across the globe, a headline flashes. Europe shocks the world. Hungary and Serbia officially join BRICS+. The news reverberates instantly, upending decades of established alliances and power structures. For years, the world followed a familiar script. The West led, the rest followed. Today, that script is torn apart. This isn't just another headline, it's a seismic shift in the global order. The institutions built after World War II, G7, World Bank, suddenly look fragile. Two European nations, one a member of the EU and NATO, have joined a bloc seen as a direct challenge to Western dominance. The implications are staggering. In capitals worldwide, leaders scramble to respond. What does this mean for the EU, for NATO, for the future of alliances? Hungary and Serbia's move is a bold declaration. The era of single-path allegiance is over. It's a calculated gamble, signaling that the future lies in a world of many powers, not just one. The ground is shifting beneath our feet. This isn't just politics, it's a reflection of a deeper global sentiment. Nations are seeking new partnerships, new opportunities, and new voices. The unipolar moment is over. Middle powers are rising, coalitions are forming, and the world is in flux. Hungary and Serbia's decision is the most dramatic sign, yet, of a planet in rapid transformation. To grasp today's shock, we need to understand what BRICS has become. Once just an investment acronym, Brazil, Russia, India, China, BRICS is now a real force. South Africa joined in 2010, expanding its reach. BRICS positions itself as the voice of the global South, challenging Western-led institutions like the IMF and World Bank. The new development bank offers loans without Western political strings, making BRICS attractive to developing nations. With recent additions like Saudi Arabia, UAE, Egypt, Ethiopia, and Iran, BRICS now represents a huge share of the world's population, GDP, and oil. It's a diverse group, democracies and autocracies alike, united by a desire for a multipolar world. The addition of two European nations shatters the idea that BRICS is just a non-Western club. Its appeal, economic development, sovereignty, and a multipolar vision now resonates even in Europe. BRICS is no longer just an alternative, it's a direct competitor to the Western order. The global game has changed. BRICS is now a major player. Before Hungary and Serbia's bombshell, Turkey symbolized the West's shifting appeal. For decades, Turkey aspired to join Europe, applying to the EU's predecessor in 1987. The dream of EU membership drove Turkish reforms and modernization, but the process stalled, over human rights, democracy, and disputes with Greece and Cyprus. Cultural and religious differences lingered as unspoken barriers. Despite reforms, the goalposts kept moving, fueling frustration in Ankara. Turkish leaders felt strung along, making concessions for a prize that never came. The relationship soured, and the dream faded. A new generation saw Europe as an exclusive club, not a partner. This sense of rejection forced Turkey to look elsewhere. The stalled EU bid left a vacuum, soon filled by other powers. Turkey's story became a warning. The West's allure can wane, pushing nations to seek new paths. As Europe's doors closed, Turkey pivoted east. President Erdogan championed a more independent, assertive foreign policy. Turkey sought to become a central power, connecting Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. BRICS offered what the EU didn't: partnership among equals, economic growth, and a bigger global voice. In 2024, Turkey's foreign minister publicly expressed interest in joining BRICS, signaling a major shift. As a NATO member, Turkey saw joining BRICS as a way to balance East and West, maximizing leverage. Economically, BRICS meant new markets and investment, reducing dependence on Europe. But the pivot faced challenges: internal opposition within BRICS, especially from India. Admitting a NATO member was controversial, complicating Turkey's bid. The internal politics of BRICS proved as complex as the EU's. Once again, Turkey's path to a new alliance was blocked. The search for strategic autonomy continues. While Turkey's bid stalled, Hungary quietly built deep ties with the East. Prime Minister Orbán's Eastern opening policy prioritized sovereignty over EU integration. Joining BRICS is Orbán's ultimate defiance, a declaration that Hungary won't be dictated to by Brussels. Economically, it promises new trade and investment, especially from China. Politically, it elevates Orbán from regional outlier to global player. Hungary's accession sends shockwaves through the EU. For the first time, a member state joins a bloc rivaling the EU itself. Can a country be loyal to both the EU and BRICS? The question rocks Brussels. Legal and political fallout is immense. Leaders scramble to respond. Do they punish Hungary, risking deeper division? Or adapt, risking more defections? Hungary's move is a direct challenge to EU authority. The precedent is set, and Europe's future is suddenly uncertain. Hungary's shock was quickly followed by Serbia's announcement. It too is joining BRICS+. Serbia, long torn between EU aspirations and deep ties to Russia, has ended its balancing act. Frustrated by slow EU talks and Western pressure over Kosovo, Serbia chooses sovereignty and new alliances. BRICS offers investment, energy security, and political support. For the EU, Serbia's pivot is a major setback, threatening its strategy in the Balkans. Billions invested, and now the region's linchpin is lost. The EU's enlargement policy looks weaker than ever. Hungary and Serbia's moves create a corridor of Eastern-aligned influence in Europe. NATO and the EU face new strategic complications. Other nations are watching, and considering their own alternatives. The old binary choices of the Cold War are gone. The world is more complex, and the West is struggling to keep up. Why Hungary and Serbia, and why now? The war in Ukraine has fractured the global order, forcing nations to re-evaluate alliances. Russia and China are building an alternative system, expanding BRICS as a key tool. Hungary and Serbia, led by nationalist leaders, feel their interests ignored by the West. For Orban and Vučić, joining BRICS formalizes their independent foreign policies and brings powerful new patrons. For Russia, it breaks the narrative of isolation. For China, it's a step toward a more Sino-centric world. Gaining a foothold inside the EU and NATO's sphere lets Moscow and Beijing sow discord and advance their interests. Turkey's bid was complicated by its size and NATO membership. India, especially, was wary. Hungary's smaller size and pro-Russian stance made it a more acceptable risk for BRICS leaders. The timing is no accident. The world is realigning, and BRICS is seizing the moment. The West's grip is loosening. The global chessboard has changed. Today's events signal the dawn of multipolarity. The unipolar era is over. The world is now a complex web of competing powers. Countries are pursuing multi-alignment, refusing to be locked into exclusive alliances. They partner with the US on security, China on infrastructure, the EU on trade, maximizing flexibility and leverage. This trend is global. Saudi Arabia, Brazil, South Africa, all balancing relationships. The global South is tired of being pawns. They want a voice and respect. BRICS offers an alternative to the Western system. Turkey's story, even with its stalled bid, shows this new dynamic. A NATO ally buying Russian missiles, an EU candidate leading the Turkic world. Hungary and Serbia's choices are even more radical. A rejection of single-camp loyalty. The future is fluid, alliances are shifting, and national interest is the only constant. The world is no longer binary. Multipolarity is here. The rules are being rewritten. As the dust settles, the consequences of Hungary and Serbia joining BRICS remain uncertain, but the world has changed. This isn't just about alliances, it's about the fundamental reshaping of the global order. The comfortable certainties of the past are gone, replaced by complexity and competition. The West faces a dilemma: confront and risk pushing more nations away, or accommodate and risk appearing weak. Turkey, Hungary, and Serbia are a wake-up call. Prosperity alone no longer guarantees loyalty. Nations crave sovereignty and respect. If the West can't offer it, they'll look elsewhere. BRICS, despite its contradictions, has tapped into this desire for a shared, multipolar world. The choices made now in Washington, Brussels, Moscow, and Beijing will echo for decades. We are at a hinge point in history. Will the world split into rival blocs or build a new, more inclusive system? The old script is gone. The future global order is up for grabs.